Today's book, well, it's the first book really. First in hopefully an ongoing series is Hans Bellmer and Oeillades, a creepy little surrealist book called Oeillades, ciselées en branche. The title taken apparently from a sign that I think Bellmer saw in a French country street market for grapes, cut grapes still on the branch, which has kind of a double treble meaning, about pubescent women or girls even. This isn't an easy subject in many ways, and surrealism wasn't an easy subject for women, although it had more women in it than most other art movements, often in a secondary role, but still. Anyway, the little book, handy to put in your pocket and keep concealed and snigger about and get inspiration from. And it's full of all these wonderful engravings by Bellmer. Disjointed bodies, extended and stretched. Look at the lovely typesetting. I mean, Bellmer had a background in typesetting and typography, so he really knew what he was doing. And even in this little book, there's still so much space around the margins. The papers, I can't remember what the paper is, but it's very, very good. Very Dalinian, very Salvador Dali in ways, or perhaps Dali is very Bellmer in some ways. But they were covering the same ground, and of course they're surrealists, although Bellmer at the time was a little overlooked. But they were interested in Freud and sexuality and the unconscious and the power, or the supposed power of sexuality to affect change and to cause revolutions and to shock the bourgeoisie into thinking in new ways. I mean, I hate the word exquisite, but they are exquisite. It's only a tiny little thing in a limited edition. It's partly uncut. Uncut meaning in the past, you would books were made from folded sheets, and those sheets were often uncut, and you could get a little paper knife to open them. That's what gentlemen did. Not so gentlemanly perhaps when it comes to Bellmer, who when he was a child created a doll. When he was a young man, created a doll which he became fixated with, and it became his constant artist model, and he produced a couple of photo books around it, one called La Poupée, the doll, and the other, the Jeu de la Poupée, and various other things, and showing this doll in all sorts of distorted poses with disassembled limbs and from odd, strange, anamorphic angles. Look at that. So beautiful. So beautiful. Always about the body with him. Always about the body, and often, usually the female body or the young female body. This stuff's not easy, but it is beautiful. And it is art. It genuinely is art. As you can see. Who wouldn't love this little book? Even if you were bitterly, well, as you should be, I guess, bitterly opposed to his apparent misogyny and the attitudes of the times within the book. It's on very nice paper. I can't remember what the paper is, but wow, look at that. Here's what we call the tirage leaf at the end. There you go. Hans Bellmer, Oeillades, ciselées en branche, and Carl Williams Rare Books. Thank you.